I have transferred to a new school. Yeah, today has been pretty eventful. I woke up late, which is kind of bad since I woke up at 6:30 and I was supposed to wake up at 6 and I was supposed to leave at 7. And, you know, I take forever to get ready. You know, gotta look good, gotta smell good, gotta look good, gotta look good, gotta look good. Also, I have to have all my technology. You know, there's shit that has to be done. But don't you worry, that's not the worst thing that happened to me. No. So, as maybe some of you know, my mother got a new dog for her birthday. Her name is Sky. She's lovely. She's a husky. She's a puppy. So that pretty much basically means she shits and chews everywhere. But today, she decided to choose option number 1 in the back seat of my grandmother's car. So I guess you could you could call it a shitty morning. All beautifully crafted jokes aside, my day was pretty much great from there on, except I awkwardly said hello to my friend's brother, who I thought I knew. I think I know him, but he didn't recognize me, so he had some random guy dap him on his shoulder and said, "Boo, hello, how's it going?" Which I think, you know, to the average person who's just sitting there on the ferry talking to a friend, that's enough to pull a Sky.
For any of you who didn't pick up on that, that's an early reference to about 14 seconds ago.
And before you go look at the timeline, it was actually 40 seconds ago.
You're welcome.
Things started to get better after I actually got to the school. I enrolled. They couldn't put me in actual classes, but the next best thing is being in a room full of computers with a bunch of teachers that can help me do whatever I want, which, you know, that's pretty good. I'm kind of just waiting on my release in my old school, and then, you know, it's kind of official. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, which is kind of convenient because I kind of live next to my old school, which is great. So I can just kind of mosey on down there. Just like, hey guys, hey, I'm back. Please let me go, please.
I just want to be free.
Anyways, after I got my courses done, I was fairly hungry. I hadn't eaten breakfast. I was too busy making sure that I wasn't late for the ferry and that I did look good and smell good. But I didn't end up popping any toast into the toaster oven while I was doing those things, so I was fairly hungry. But it's all good because there was a co-op right next to the school, right? Aren't I a lucky duckling? I didn't get anything healthy or anything exclusive to co-op. I got 2 bite brownies and a carton of milk, which is probably the most elementary thing you could buy from a co-op. Probably not the most attractive meal. I probably turned a couple girls gay on the way home while I was eating it. You know what? It was delicious.
I didn't go home. I went back to school.
After I got back and after I ate my delicious lesbian creating meal, I decided I would set up shop in the multi-purpose room, get my laptop out, and, you know, mess around with rain meter. I did some work on my... That was a Snapchat notification.
By the way, for the person that asked me what I was posting, you know who you are. You interrupted this. This is your fault.
Anyways, back to what I was talking about. I was messing around with rain meter on my desktop computer. I am actually going to do a setup update after this video because, you know, I'm pretty proud of it. If you're on my Instagram, you've probably seen it a couple times because, you know what? A guy's got to boast one. He has 4 monitors. Like that's a lot of real estate to watch porn on. I don't think you really understand. Just kidding. I don't watch porn on the computer.
That's what I have the iPhone for.
Oh, and I installed iTunes on my laptop because said iPhone needed a update for my music library, and I don't have iTunes on anything else, so I kind of had to do that so I could update my iPhone's music library. But that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. Anyways, I was saved from my boredom by my friend, whose brother I awkwardly harassed on the ferry earlier this morning. We went over to the middle school and said hi to a friend of mine. They're friends too. She actually got a hug before I did. Kind of salty about that. Anyways, I got a Benedict poutine, which is pretty great because it's my 2 favorite foods, Eggs Benedict and poutine.
Well, no, my favorite food is sushi, but I don't think we want that to talk to either of these foods. Anyways, moving on.
I had that. That was pretty great. The best part was the end because all the hollandaise sauce went to the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. And to anyone who doesn't know what a poutine is, you should just come on over to Canada, pay the $500 flight, get a poutine, and then get the fuck out. After I got my poutine and after I got a drink, my friend decided that, you know what, food is for losers. You know what I'm gonna buy with my money? I'm gonna buy a fish. So yeah, we went to a store and we bought a fish.
By the way, we named it after a friend of ours. You know who you are.
This fish literally inspired a whole slew of fish jokes, like, for the rest of the day. After all those guys had to go to their classes, haha, losers, I got another tour with such a nice tour guide. She was freaking so sweet. She was so accommodating. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I kind of like hijacked the fucking tour, but that doesn't matter. She was super awesome. After the tour, I sat down with a counselor and I got all my grade 11 courses done, which was great, I guess. I ended up picking law, Spanish, math, biology, physics, socials, and English. At the end of the day, we ended up just hanging out, telling fish jokes. The fish was pretty much the center of attention for about half an hour. My mom wanted to go get some more poutine, which I ended up eating a pulled pork poutine because, you know, that just literally sounds like the best thing in the world. After we had our poutine and we were on the ferry, some people came down and looked at Sky. One of them was my friend who, yeah, brother, awkward harassment. You already know that. From there on, it was pretty smooth sailing. Came home, the power was off. That was god freaking lovely. But we got that sorted out, and then I pretty much just got online and started talking to some people, and that was pretty much how my day went. Remember, if you liked the video, then comment, rate, and subscribe, and share the video to friends who you want to ruin their days with my amazing, angelic, ear-piercing, deafening voice. And most importantly,
Stay sexy.